things.
Right, we do. We're not quite as professional as other shows.
Brian, are you in San Diego or are you in a suburb of San Diego?
I'm in a suburb of San Diego. I'm not in San Diego proper, but it's way easier. Just say San Diego.
Okay, I guess you're right then. Everybody does do that.
Yeah. Just like I wasn't actually in Boston when I grew up there. I was right on the outskirts. But
would you be like, hey, you know the Chestnut Oak subdivision? That's where I live.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no, where is that?
How well do you know San Diego?
Yeah.
How well? You know Charleston Street?
Yeah, exactly. I'm on 5th Street.
Do you know Mr. Wilson that runs the bakery? He's a curmudgeon.
Yeah, we're live, everybody. Brant Hansen is here tonight with us. Say something, Brant.
Hey, everybody. Hey, you.
You have to say everybody's name. You got just go down the list. And just,
we'll put everybody up on the list. See, I told you he was here. So he just spoke, and we were trying to figure out where everybody was from before we started the show. You guys.
Was that really Brant, or was that one of Brian's impressions?
Ooh, that's.
There's.
Has anyone ever seen Brant and Brian in the same room together?
No, I haven't.
Steven's
here. I want to put Steven's earlier quote up because it made me laugh.
Hi, Brant.
Where is it?
Hello.
Hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
Would you like some help?
That one.
Hi, Brant.
No, Steven wrote, "Hi, I like Brant Hansen, so that's why I'm here."
Yep.
And I love that. I love that quote because last week, Brant, we had Hans Feeney on here, and we didn't get him on fast enough for his fans, and they started to get a little hostile. Remember that? They were like, "Where is Hans? We want Hans."
That's right.
So,
I remember that.
Started posting rude emojis and all that.
Well, after they hear me for a few minutes, they might start chanting, "We want Hans." So we'll see.
Yeah.
They chanted every week, actually. Once we get going. 10 minutes in, they're like, "We want Hans."
Where is Hans?
Where's Hans? I am Hans.
Hopefully, Brant's fans are a little more docile than Hans's fans.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay.
You talking about the music?
I can hear the theme song. It's really going.
What's happening? Oh, there's Rachel. Hey, Rachel.
Ooh, Tara Carroll.
Jessica.
Ooh, Jasmine's here live. Yay!
Ooh. 35 to 34.
Looking forward to Brant tonight. I'm a big fan.
Make sure you tell us that you like Brant.
Every church was canceled. That's fantastic. That's great news. All the churches were canceled.
All right, I'm going to take Brant backstage and we'll bring him back out later.
All right.
Assuming if your church is canceled that you've told everyone to watch the Starving Comics Quarantine show on their own device.
Right. In the same room together.
Same room, yeah.
Right.
You all are on your own room.
We want a family of 6 watching, but everybody needs to have their own device.
Give your kids their iPads.
Give them back.
Turn on your Xboxes. It's early.
Turn on your Xbox, your Wii, your PlayStation, your Nintendo. Hey!
I didn't get into gear. I don't get into gear to those last few bars of the song, and I'm just sitting there going, just talking like this. Oh, hey, everybody.
Yeah, when you see the little guy with the squirrely eyes, that means it's time to start getting ready. Look at Juwan, you guys. Look at how dapper he looks with his shirt.
I was doing worship this morning, and I didn't go home, so I've been here all day at the church, waiting for the show to start. I've just been in this office.
Just moving in.
Else. No.
Moving furniture around.
Snacking on the candy the guys got in the bowl. That's what I ate for lunch. So I'm hungry for some comedy.
Well, as we get going tonight, I drew up a little graph that the producer's going to throw up here,
Are we,
just to give you guys an idea of what you're in store for.
emergency? Oh,
This is a typical show at Skews.
right.
So tonight's show,
Huge.
if you want to hit the button, the Tonight Show in comparison is this.
Extra huge.
Right.
And even slower.
And possibly extinct. Possibly extinct. This could be the last show.
You guys are misinterpreting.
And then you think,
okay.
it's slimy, but then you pet it and it's smooth.
Ooh.
Right. It has to do with the size and the size only, not the speed with which they move or their diet or anything like that. Smaller brain, right? Right. All of you guys are misunderstanding what I'm trying to communicate. Fatter and less hairy.
Thank you, Justin. I fit both of those this week.
Yeah,
Correct.
Yeah, the older I get.
Fatter and less hairy.
See, this is why I don't go out of my way to try to do nice things for you.
We're at threat level Brontosaurus, everybody.
I'm glad you brought up the threat level because we have another one.
Threat level.
A few weeks ago, we brought up this threat level for those of you who are new tonight, and we wondered what it was that the colors don't make any sense.
You know what? Only just because people get code red as a weird, that's version.
Right.
But if you said code purple, people are like,
yeah. Right. So they added the purple color, and we were trying to figure out what exactly how a normal person was going to interpret those colors in some meaningful way. And so we've been doing other threat levels that I think are hilarious and more easy to understand. And I think I'm the only person who's enjoying it, but I made another one. And this was Brian April's suggestion from last week, if you want to flip that one around. And that is just everything is purple.
Everything is purple. Everything is purple.
Everything is purple right now.
No matter what you do, right? No matter how you feel, you're at extreme risk. So just know that before you go out, before you stay home, before you cancel church.
Do check the dial, though. Do check the dial, and just know that it's always going to be there. But just go, we're still extreme risk. Okay.
Right.
It's
still
no
extreme
risk.
risk.
If you're gonna watch Skews, if you're gonna watch Netflix, if you're gonna talk to the kids, whatever. Read a bedtime story.
Code purple meant hot guy when I worked at Subway.
Well, interesting.
That is interesting.
That
explains
a lot.
Yeah. Why wouldn't it be code red? Why would it be code purple?
We need more.
For blushing? I don't know. Do you blush purple?
I don't know.
I mean, I heard that a lot when I would order at Subway. They're like code purple, and I was the only one there, and I was like, I don't know what's going on back there, but apparently I'm just
You're just a hot guy.
I'm just a hot guy.
That means we clearly don't have enough salami for the food.
Exactly.
We've
That's what I
underordered our
thought.
meat.
Yeah,
So-
I thought they were out of something. Code purple, no more cookies. Code purple.
No, it just means Brian April in the house. Jasmine says means no boys and girls getting touchy-feely at youth group.
Yeah, that's what girls are pink, boys are blue, no making purple is what they say. So no girls in guys' cabins, no guys in girls' cabins.
So that's what you say too.
Yeah, youth group,
even in Georgia, and they say the same thing in Australia.
All the way across the world.
Yeah.
Or maybe we've just infected them with our youth group culture.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So see, that's the thing. So you add purple to the threat level, and people don't know what to do. They're like, well, there's a hot guy, or are people touching each other like they're not supposed to?
Separate the genders.
What does this mean? And how does COVID, is that what it does? COVID makes people touchy-feely?
Or
I don't know. Okay.
These are the mysteries.
All right. I don't want to run the risk of making Brant's fans upset. So without further ado, I've been looking forward to this. Brant's been on before. Brant Hansen has been on the show before to do his comedy workshop, and it was so popular that we are going to have him come back and do it again. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, put your emojis together and welcome back to Skews, Brant Hansen. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is.
We need audience noise.
Code purple, code purple, code purple, code purple.
Hide the pepperoni.
Right. I'm blushing now.
So, Brant, is there anything going on in your world that we need to know about?
I'm writing a book, and I have to get it done by March 1st. So I'm worried about that. I got this puppet. If you guys can help with that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I saw this on Amazon. I have a puppet thing. I like puppets. I've grown up with puppets, and I have a thing for puppets. But I saw this on Amazon last week, and I literally have never done this before. I just clicked buy now. I didn't even look at how much it was. I was just like, I went straight to one click, and it's this sandwich puppet. So
It literally wouldn't matter how much it is.
no, I didn't. I have to own this, and I don't even care what costs. It turns out I financed it for 6 years, and it's $700 a month. But
Totally worth it.
I don't know. I honestly, this would be a workshop thing for everybody who's watching this. Like, I think I'm going to name him. I thought about Earl, and then I thought, no, I think Reuben will be his name. But I don't know. I don't know what his thing is. Like his idiom. So I already have a puppet that talks like, hey, what's going on? And that's the only puppet voice I have. So I don't know. I can do accents and stuff. But honestly, I don't know what to do with this exactly.
Maybe he talks in food puns. He'd be like, "Be careful, you'll never know where I'll turn up. Get it? Turn up."
That's
Not
good.
bad. That's
I
not
like
bad.
that.
I was gonna say he kind of looks like an Italian meat sandwich. You got like salami and pepperoni
Panini?
and things on there. Ooh, panini. You can have if you do an accent, you do an Italian
Yeah,
accent.
yeah.
That's
Give him
not
the Italian
bad.
I've got all sorts of accents, like doing sort of a. He's more of an intellectual, and he interviews people, and he resents it when people bring up that he's a sandwich, that sort of thing. But I don't know what.
So he would like be insulted when people notice that he's a sandwich because he thinks of himself as
Yeah, like
not,
more like a legitimate intellectual trafficking in ideas.
right.
Yeah, more. It's to be a little of an East End. What are you looking at, mate? Something like that.
Kind of aggressive.
The same
Yeah,
with
the
Well bred.
There you
If
go.
there was bacon in it, it could be like a club. So he's just always out at the club, just.
sandwich. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, this is why we have a workshop. Everything goes on the board. So,
I like the name.
Reuben.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe he's an evil overlord sort. Like he's actually evil. People don't expect that from a puppet like this.
Or a sandwich.
Or they don't expect it from
No.
a sandwich.
It's counter.
You don't expect
Sandwiches are usually
a Michael sandwich.
And
You
his,
know,
his catchphrase is code blue or code purple. Code purple.
One of the things that's always disturbed me about anthropomorphic food is that, like, the M&M's commercials always kind of bothered me because they talk about how they always seem a little bit terrified when people actually start to eat them. You know what I mean? They're these little personalities, and they're cute and they're adorable, and they're like, hey, let's devour them. I mean, let's literally chew them up.
This is solid because I noticed something. I went to the Hershey. I was in Pennsylvania. I went to the Hershey Hotel next to the Hershey Park. They do everything up in chocolate stuff. It's until like day 3. That's it. There's chocolate butter and chocolate shampoo and chocolate conditioner. I'm not kidding. They do all that. When you go to the swimming pool area or the kids areas, they have these characters up. There's like Mr. Kit Kat or whatever. And it's just basically the Kit Kat with googly eyes and then like little spindly arms and legs and as big. But it's like, you guys haven't built a relationship with me yet with Mr. Kit Kat. If you just pop that out, like, it's a character. We all should know who this is. Like, you've done no spade work whatsoever. That's just a freaky candy bar. Like, I don't know who this is. So,
well, I mean, you're acquainted. You just have eaten thousands of his friends.
Right.
I've devoured thousands of your friends. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, and that's it. You don't think of food as being something with which you would establish a long-term relationship, right? You
No, you
don't.
don't want to. And that's the same thing. We have everybody's got this, but you've got the barbecue place. I've thought about this, like drive by with a truck, and it's a pig smiling with a plate full of pork.
Right.
Right.
And he's got like a little chef hat on or whatever.
Our family.
Why-
What exactly are you doing with that plate full of pork?
why do
How
you,
do my parents taste? I like them.
yeah, I don't understand why the enthusiasm about that.
Right.
So
I feel like we maybe have talked about this before, but the commercial for the cereal, the
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal, that freaks me out because
They're eating each other.
they eat each other in the bowl.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like so delicious that they're chewing each other up,
that's
you know,
interesting.
in the bowl of milk.
Yeah, you don't want to actually see that happening. In your cereal. Wait a second.
I don't.
This is for me.
I don't.
Like, let me get in there and eat them before they all eat each other.
I think
Mom, there's one left.
they've done
Is this
some
breakfast or am I
consumer-
watching 300?
Yeah, they've misread some of our consumer desires, and they somehow took a survey, thought that we wanted to see that, and we don't.
Sir, the algorithm says people want to see the cereal eating itself.
And that's mistaken. We actually don't want that. So that was a miscalculus. Fun fact, not that you guys would care, you might want, but like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch song from the 80s, feeling like cinnamon toast, feeling like cinnamon toast crunch, was written by Wayne Kirkpatrick, who's like this legendary songwriter in Nashville and has written a bunch of Michael W. Smith hits and
That's right.
Susan Ashton and all sorts of like major hits.
Wow.
And yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. There's no,
Well, I mean, have you ever been feeling like Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
I haven't, but it's weird how many steps from apparently cannibalism that Michael W. Smith is. Like that's just 2 steps from endorsing something horrible, and I think he needs to account for himself. That's just my thing.
It's part of this complete breakfast. You got juice, toast, milk, cannibalism, all together.
That's all you need.
So
So all that to say, Brant, I'm trying to get back to the sandwich. That
yeah,
I think there's something there to acknowledging, you know, maybe if the sandwich is self-aware, and maybe part of his crusade is to discourage people from, you know, from eating sandwiches, at least sandwiches that are able to communicate. Maybe that's where you draw the line. It's like if a sandwich can speak to you, then please don't eat it.
I like it. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I was going to say if he's evil, maybe he can start taking out delis or something.
Yeah.
Or
Oh, yeah.
Subways. He has a thing at Subways.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Like it.
I think that's what we need in 2021.
He's liberating the sandwiches.
is more violence.
Yeah. Yeah. Terrorism jokes are big right now, so good idea.
They're so.
I don't know if you guys want to. I wrote down some ideas for jokes. If you guys can figure out where they should go.
Well, we can do that, but I also have I have a little thing prepared here that we can do. The producer's going to bring it up. We play a little game here called Too Close for Comfort, and basically it's a close up of a photograph, and you have to try to identify what that is.
Already uncomfortable.
Yeah, and so what we're gonna marry Too Close for Comfort with our comedy workshop tonight in a new and innovative way that has never been seen before on the show. And it's probably going to go spectacularly.
So this is a photo that's been cropped.
This is a photo. You're looking at a little piece of that photo, and you have to, and those of you who are watching at home, don't just think that you can sit passively and not participate. You're supposed to try to guess what this is. Everybody plays. But you want to identify what this photo is, and then this will be sort of a springboard for the hilarious comedy that we are going to create right before your eyes.
I'm guessing a Waffle House booth.
A Waffle House
chairs 2 chairs at the Waffle House booth because they're also slightly dirty.
It's a golf tee.
Yeah, I was thinking the world's largest golf tee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Have you got a
Not yet. That's going to be like number 3 or 4.
That's always a good guess. So we've got
let me just
various
say, I hope
tank
that
top on a weightlifter. That's a
I hope there's not a belt.
very
I hope that's not a
specific
belt,
guess.
What I'm thinking is because then that's.
Do you have a guess, Brent?
I can't see it. I don't have very good vision, you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that your guess is going to be any worse than anybody else's.
Hang on. I get it. Let's do a little pinch zoom here. Is that working?
No. Dental floss.
I don't see dental floss.
An albino wearing a thong.
See, I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there either.
That was the first thing in my head. Was just like little pants.
That was the first thing you thought?
I thought little pants of some sort.
Steven's got
thong,
a
yay!
robot.
Oh,
Here you
my
go,
God.
Steven.
Sorry.
Here's your thumbs up from all of us.
Thank
So you flip
God
that
it's
bad
not
boy
the other
around.
one.
It's
Thank God
actually
not European swimwear.
Oh.
Okay.
And he's only playing a piano. He's not like
So
dancing.
now the producer is going to put one of the wrong guesses up there, and then we are going to make comedy out of the robot and that wrong guess. We're gonna use that as the springboard for our hilarious comedy.
And it will be so
And
good.
it's dental floss. So we've
Dental
got
floss.
robots and dental floss.
He's writing a jingle for a dental floss company.
So my thought, just off the top of my head, is why don't we have a robot to help us with flossing in this day and age? If we've got why have we wasted our time developing robots that vacuum our floors when
A floss robot.
when we don't have a floss robot yet?
We don't have a Floomba.
Exactly.
It just goes around from wall to wall, bouncing off till it gets to you, and
You should put on your tongue.
it just
Yeah,
jumps
those
like,
are wires.
like a face hugger, an alien, and flosses your teeth and then leaves.
Yeah. Because you definitely don't have any fear of anything going wrong while you got something in your mouth that's got a motor. That's got a motor on it. I bet you that was the first thing they had to do, though, selling the electric toothbrush. No, seriously, it'll be fine. You can just put that in there. It was probably steam powered at first. You had to, I don't know if I want to brush my teeth with that.
You had to shovel coal into your toothbrush and
One left.
hoist it up to your face.
The American Dental Association got tired of people not flossing, so now they've developed these robots that just go out and just nag and force people to floss every day.
Yeah, they don't floss for you. They
they just come out and nag you.
It's just
Troy's
got a
already
flat
a Flossbot 2.0. He's totally skipped Flossbot 1.0 and went to 2.0.
I'm very disappointed in you, Joanne. Have you flossed today?
That's the dad bot.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Not the floss bot. That's the reasons for that.
So now look how funny everybody in the audience was, and all we did was just took a robot and floss, and we're done here. Our work here is done. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
See you next week, everybody.
Write all that down, folks, and tape your open mic and bring it back to us.
All right, here's the next picture, and I'm with Brant on this one. I can't see this one either. So
Bazooka Joe comic. I'm gonna say it's a Bazooka Joe comic.
Yeah, it's
a map.
A Bazooka Joe comic or something like that. Comic from the 50s.
Instructions on how to teach your wife to make you a sandwich from the 50s.
Yeah,
from the 50s, because the instructions were different in the 50s than they are now.
They had thicker bread. You had to slice it yourself, and it's a comic book. Superhero is
I do like the sandwich theme that's developing tonight. Somebody says a hummingbird. That's good. It's wrong, but it's a good guess. Mr. Twisty's Twisted Cheese Curls. So Julia actually mentioned a brand name.
I was saying that's so weird that it's probably right. I was going to go, well, that's probably actually the right
Yep.
guess.
Well, specific things are always funnier than general things. So if you're going to say car, say Buick because it's funnier.
Either that or she's like swinging from her hair to her like a tetherball court, like a tetherball pole.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like she's got something going on with the hair. Yes, like the hair is kind of like projecting out.
Anthropomorphic firework. I don't even know what that means. Minty wrapper. My autocorrect is lousy today. Minty. What is it? Minty?
Like a mint, like a chocolate mint.
Like so and so wins.
You could throw in your Australian slang at us.
Jasmine's Australian. Jasmine's going to be on the show next week, by the way. And teach us how to speak Australian. It's a veggie brand name. No, nobody's gotten it yet.
Really?
So, yeah, nobody's even really close.
If you look at it one way, too, the thing on it looks like a really twisted Homer Simpson kind of. Mm-hmm. Maybe no one's seen what I'm seeing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm so confused. I'm just like, wait a minute, is that me up there? No.
Angry mother with a pizza head. There you go.
Whoa.
What's the top part say? Paddleball? Doesn't it say paddleball, does it? Yeah,
it says paddleball. Okay. Yeah. And then the bottom part says it's fun. They have to put it actually on the paddle.
No, seriously.
Or you wouldn't know.
No, really.
It's fun.
You thought you were working, but it's actually fun.
Trust me. It's like, I don't think I'm enjoying myself. Oh, you are.
It's
fun. It says it right there on the paddle. All right. So our producer's going to come up with one of the other wrong answers, and then we're going to marry the fun paddle ball with that answer.
There's a hole in the handle where it makes you think you can actually get the ball through that. So there's one
Angry mother with pizza head and paddle ball. Okay, go.
Is it pizza for a head, or is she always thinking about pizza? Because if she's addicted to pizza, then she could do that to get her mind off of pizza. But an angry mother with a pizza.
Angry mother with a pizza head.
Oh, she can do, if she has a literal pizza for her head, she can use that to keep the crows away. In her head. Talking about anthropomorphic food.
Pizza head.
Uh-huh. Pizza head. That's your fan, Brant. That's the guy that you brought to the show tonight.
Oh, I'm all about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not judging you.
We didn't have these kind of conversations until you showed up and brought your people, Brant. So
the angry mother with the pizza head uses the paddle ball to spank her angry children with pizza heads because they forgot to clean up
forgot to close the window and let the crows in.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't clean up their pan.
The crows.
You don't. She's angry. Right?
Brant's psychoanalyzing the mother with the pizza head.
I'm clutching for everybody.
Her head was supposed to be delivered in 30 minutes.
That's where the anger comes from.
I don't know where the paddle ball enters into the thing. But.
She's got the wrong toppings.
Why would she be angry? What would be vexing her so?
Her husband. With the calzone head. He's got the calzone head, and
or getting mercilessly attacked by crows. That'll do it.
Little chocolate-headed kids.
Sorry, I just amused myself. I don't know if you guys caught that. I did a pun.
I got it.
Okay.
Sorry, I was talking over you, Juwan.
I was saying she's angry at her husband, the calzone head, because he's so closed off.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, that's not bad.
That's good. Not bad. I ruined it. I want to apologize for ruining your joke.
It's okay. It's all right. We were dealing with an angry mother with a pizza head.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one. I think we've exhausted that. We've said everything there is to say about that.
The Hulk's armpit. No. So Oscar the Grouch's armpit.
The Hulk's armpit.
Ooh, no, it's a close-up of his, like, in between his toes.
So it's Hulk toe jam. It's grass. It's not grass. Ectoplasm. Good guess. Venus flytrap. That's a good guess. It's wrong, but it's good.
It looks like there's a Lego in there somewhere.
Dandelion.
It's like the Hulk's shag carpet, and he's about to step on the Lego and destroy his house.
Are you saying it's the Hulk's because it's green? Is that what it is? That everything the Hulk owns?
What's the other options? I'm running out of options. I guess that's actually how he sees things too. So you got the Lego and the carpet.
Is it legal in Colorado? Yes, it is. It is, but it's not what you're thinking.
It's not recently legal.
Christmas tree or mop head. We've got a lot of people thinking about different kinds of heads tonight. Pizzas and mops and green Jello salad that someone brought to a picnic. That's very specific too. Skincare products gone wrong.
Oh, it's a zipper on a Kermit the Frog costume. Figured it out. That little thing's a zipper.
Oh, Kermit the Frog here.
No.
No. I didn't think that you guys would not get this. What is that, Brian?
That's a hedgehog. I almost said that. I swear to you, I almost said a hedgehog. It looked like a hedgehog behind me.
Where's the green part?
Yeah,
Colored it.
Well, I always color the pictures to make it harder to guess them.
Or make it black and white. Is that the way his ear's shaped, or is that just like something coming out of his
that's
Little demon ears.
That's so funny. I swear
actually you're hedgehog, Brian.
Yeah, that's bonsai.
Bonsai.
Sean, you were worried that someone would guess hedgehog and that would destroy this bit.
Right.
That's my baby boy.
Right. I was worried that would ruin this whole segment. So, so I colored it green.
There is outrage. Okay.
That was bogus. This is an outrage. Look how upset everybody is with me. I told you last time we played this game that I filter the colors and everything, and now everybody's acting like I've cheated them out of a paycheck or something.
Brian, do you have enough affection for your hedgehogs to get that close, though?
Oh yes,
you get that.
They don't do it for me though. They will run and hide and hiss. So yeah, they're very they're scaredy cats.
So
do they hiss?
So effective.
Yes. Yeah, that's how they. It just goes.
Yeah, that's their only defense mechanism is to sound sort of like a snake. Do a bad impression of a snake.
That and they curl up into a ball and stick their quills out. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much their two options.
I thought those were soft, so they have hard ones in there.
Oh no, no, those are not.
Oh, they're not soft.
This moment about hedgehogs has been brought to you by Starving Comics Quarantine Show. Hedgehogs. They're not a sandwich.
They're not a sandwich.
So, Brant, how likely are you to buy a hedgehog puppet now?
Oh, dude, I'm seriously was in the market for a legit hedgehog like a year ago, a real one. I really like him. This isn't funny. It's just my heart side. I really, really like him a lot.
It's just the way I feel.
Yeah, I just want to share with you. I came here tonight to share my feelings with you guys about that. So
we want to be a place where you can open up and talk about real things.
I want real bad, John.
We're here.
Hey, are we gonna riff on that, or we run out of time?
No, you're in
hedgehog comedy.
Are you still in the market for a hedgehog? Because there's a hedgehog expert that can answer any of the questions that you might have, any apprehensions you might have, misgivings.
You might want to write down that it's not a sandwich thing.
Are they wonderful? I think they are. I think they're wonderful. I've seen them taking a little bath, and their little legs are straight up and everything.
It's rare that they do that, but yeah.
Okay. If you get the right one, loofah, then dip them in the soap, and
you could absolutely.
You feel
exfoliate. They're great for exfoliating. They're absolutely great for exfoliating.
Are they loyal?
They'll betray you. They will betray you in a heartbeat.
Yeah, they will.
I heard about that.
You need mealworms, and they are loyal. Otherwise, they will just turn on you very quickly.
Next thing you know, they slip poison into your tea or something.
Absolutely.
So cute.
That's why we specifically don't let ours make the tea anymore. You know.
I thought you were going to say we specifically don't drink tea anymore because we don't.
Fool me once.
Exactly.
Is it true that Rachel says they poop every time they wake up? Is that true, Brian?
I don't know about every time, but they poop a lot. They poop a lot, and there's no particular place. They'll run, and they just poop on the way. They're just happy. Free poopers is what they're called.
Is that the secret to happiness?
Yeah, free poopers.
I didn't know. This whole time it's been eluding us.
Why am I so unhappy? Well, I'll tell you. Because
you have to go to a room. You have to go to a separate room.
Right. You are conducting the bathroom in some civilized manner, and you should just be embracing chaos.
I think it would be the height of hypocrisy if we got upset at a hedgehog for pooping after it wakes up.
Yeah, that's not something to get upset about.
That's where a lot of it come. Yeah.
Sometimes we wake up to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes. Not all the time.
Right. Well, it would also be bizarre if they didn't wake up first.
That's true. That'd be very weird.
That's a good point, John. Thanks for bringing that home.
Yeah,
that's why I'm the host, Brent.
Yeah, a lot of it, we kind of get lost in our own little worlds, and we need somebody to kind of bring it back.
You can find the target and then nail it. Yep. All right. What's the next one?
Ugh. I don't know.
Well,
this is
Hot dogs and shoelaces. I don't know what.
that does look like a dog in shoelaces. They've been taken hostage.
Oh yeah, the hot dog's been wrapped up. What would he be? What would they ransom him for?
Any guesses? It's two people simultaneously guess chili cheese dog.
Oh,
Yep.
it can't be that.
You're in the ballpark. Look at that,
Ooh.
Julia.
Is that it?
And hot dog with toppings. Steven says taco. Yeah, you guys are.
Anything else? All right.
Yeah, that was such a great guess. I thought that was going to be harder, but it was that amount of hard. They guessed it not immediately, but it was a second guess. So yeah, it's tacos.
Kind of a weak taco. Where'd you get this picture? It's like it's got sour cream, tomatoes, and cheese, and like some chives sprinkled on top.
Well, what else do you need on a taco?
It's when you're a bachelor and you're like, what do I got left around? I got some sour cream.
What else is there to put on a taco, Juan?
Some
Got
sort
some
of meat.
ramen.
It's got to be falling over the side with so you got ground beef. What'd you say, ramen?
Yeah. The Bachelor, Bachelors get ramen. I get some ramen I can put in the taco.
A ramen taco. That's hilarious.
Well, the meat is underneath all the other stuff. You don't put the meat on top, you psycho.
Barely anything in that though. When you eat a taco, you got like half a shell left. I don't have any. I got stuff falling out of it. I can't barely get it to my plate when I put stuff on it. Like if you're at a taco buffet, it's like you're just holding it, stuff's falling out.
So your complaint was not with the ingredients, but it was the amount of ingredients that were in there.
If there's meat under there needs to be a lot more meat. Like another half pound. There's got to be like a ramen taco.
Culture's clash.
You laughed. I'm gonna try that when I get home. I bet you it works. You should call it Asian fusion.
That's right.
And you can open up a restaurant in San Diego. They're all over.
There we go. Absolutely.
If you call it Asian fusion, you could probably charge $4 for it.
Yeah, for tiny.
Taco. For a little taco with a couple of ramen noodles in it, and people would pay it gladly, and then make fun of the rest of us for eating tacos with meat on them. When would you eat this? You guys are gonna have to stop bringing up when would we eat this. See, we played a game, Brant, a few weeks ago that I thought was going to be hilarious, and it turns out I was dead wrong. It was this brutal slog through. Brant's been in radio for a long time. You know what? You know when you're doing a bit. Have you ever done a bit on the radio and about a quarter of the way into it, you're like, oh, this.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm drowning. You literally feel like you're drowning. Like, I do blush. I will start blushing on the radio, literally, out of embarrassment. Like this is going down. There's nothing I can do to save it. Totally.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But we powered
what
through. We powered through for like, I don't know, good hour. It seemed like.
We're all scarred.
You doubled and tripled down and refused to veer from your plan and just stuck with it all the way. Punished your audience.
I did. And it got to be, toward the end, it got to be funny for me, and I was the only human being on the planet that was enjoying it. But Brian was soldiering through. He just kept with it and kept playing, and it just got worse and worse. And he kept trying to, be enthusiastic.
That's how, no matter how bad a bit is, that's how far you have to push it. You have to push it until it's funny for another reason.
Just it was like death by paper cut. Just little slices of my soul just chipping away.
If we're playing a game, apples to apples, like if I'm playing with somebody who's sarcastic or really non sequitur and odd, we're fine because that's why my whole family. If they're playing with another family, and they're all like literalists and they take it very seriously. I don't know how to play this game. Like I don't. I don't know what. And then if we play it the way we want, they're like, I don't understand what you guys are like. What?
They're like, why are we doing this? What's the?
Right. Yeah. So
it's the same people that when you play Pictionary, that they're like, why are you drawing a picture? Just tell us what the word is. Wouldn't that be easier if you just said the word?
Yeah, that's called a conversation. It wouldn't be a game anymore.
Yeah, that's a slog. And you have to finish the game. You just keep playing. No one's doing it. We're looking at the clock. Like, don't you guys need to? Because we started, so we have to finish.
Yeah, you got to play one more round. That's when would we eat that? That's exactly what it was. It was a game of apples to apples with literalists. What do literalists even find funny, though? There's a question we could explore for the rest of the show.
CBS.
Honestly, puns are huge for literalists. I know this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
That's
sorry.
good to know.
Yeah, that's all right. It could be. Yeah.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's a thing. Puns are a thing that happen.
They are. They get no credit. They get no love. People who are good at puns, everybody groans and rolls their eyes, but puns are legitimate and difficult to do. I mean, to be good at it, it's a
But okay, they are, but they need to be like a throwaway, quick thing. If you stop down and start talking about it, it doesn't hold up. Like no one's literally rolling on the ground because of a pun. They're all like, I can't breathe because of that pun. My stomach hurts. I can't function. So it just needs to be like a quick little thing, but we can't stop down and be like, oh, yeah, I guess that really is appealing. Like, I didn't mean it to be like a big joke. I just meant we'd just keep going, I
didn't want you guys to all stop and look at me when I said that.
Yeah,
and then they never stop. They just deep dive in. They try to find every single last pun they can get for it for hours.
Yeah.
They will text you later.
Oh,
like we haven't all done the cow puns where it's like, oh, that's utterly humorous.
We're milking this a bit too long. Yes.
Let's move this conversation along.
Oh, here's a suggestion. I got an idea. Here's a life hack for you guys. So if you got a bunch of friends and they're all doing the cow puns, you go with the literal, you go the other way with it. So you just go, I hope I don't get run over by a stampede. they're all doing puns, and you just go, "I hope I don't get gored by a bull." And that'll just shut it all down. And that's what you get. You get like silence. That way you can inwardly laugh.
I like that a lot.
You threw the brakes on.
But you say it with that pun rhythm.
Like you're in it. Like you're with it.
And then
I hit it real hard at the end.
yeah.
Like you think you're making a pun, and then they're like,
I hope I don't get kicked in the head. That's not a pun.
That's free. You can take that home. Use it in.
That's solid. I like that a lot. So
there's been, I told you this was going to be a huge show tonight. Look at how much we have learned already.
Hedgehog, the hedgehog info alone is worth the price.
Worth it. Absolutely.
Hedgehogs and sandwiches and pizza heads, and it just goes on and on and on.
How to stop puns?
All right, we have another quick game that I want to play since we got Brant here.
Okay, but I wrote some jokes down to give you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, we can do those.
I mean, not full jokes. And I realize that's kind of the work, right? Like it's actually, but like
the setup is half the work.
No, this would be like good for stand-up stuff if you guys are doing that. But I give you an idea if you want it. If you don't, John, I'm sorry. It's okay. I wrote down some jokes. You want some jokes?
Well, this is the understanding. I do want to hear it, but this is the understanding that you and I have with each other is that you do the hard part, which is think up the premise, right. And then I do the easy part.
Yeah.
Which is just figure out what's funny about it.
I think I got some good stuff. So,
okay.
And then you guys can work on it and hone it into your craft.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't do comedy. I'm not very,
he's just a radio guy, folks.
Yeah, I don't really know how to do any of this. You guys I like that for you guys a lot. Okay, so how about this? You know how I was thinking, how carpenters, they don't want to work at home, and accountants don't want to do their own taxes and all that, It's like, how do firefighters approach that? Like, you come home and then you're surrounded by fire. So stupid. I'm not going to do it. This is one place where I don't have to fight fires. That's fine.
I'm going to be honest. That sounds like a full joke, and you promised it.
I'm going to say
Well, but I got it real close. You just put it in one.
Right. It's like I'm not bringing work home with me.
Yeah.
Just cut the ribbon and put the crown on top. That's what we did there.
Right, that's good. That's good.
That's a hot one.
So that was good, though. And then
yeah.
Good.
There's nothing wrong with that one, Brant.
Okay. How about maybe this is too close to a full joke too, but I was thinking about motivational speakers and stuff. Like we have motivational everything now. Everything, we need motivation constantly. So I thought some kind of joke about have humans always needed speakers and tapes and conferences to get motivated? I think about like a caveman situation, like 4000 BC, and like, ooh, you got to come out, man. We're gathering.
Visualize capturing the animal and clubbing it. Yes, you can. Dragging it home.
I'm just not motivated, you guys. Like, I just can't get out of the cave.
I was thinking about Mozart. Like if he, I'm trying to think of like he had a guy that his dad hired a guy to kind of be there. And you don't know about him. He's in history, but he's like, you're not a composer. You're a realist guy. Like I was trying to play on poser. Give me a second.
Well, this is why we craft the jokes behind the scenes, but something like that. It's like, okay, Thok is coming to town to our village and he's great. He's a motivational speaker. He gets everybody fired up. Go out and hunt.
Maybe he's like they don't know about clubs yet. They haven't mastered even simple tools, and so he motivates them to pick up a stick and just start.
I am here to unlock your hunting potential.
Exactly.
A
They
secret.
didn't know to hit each other with a stick, and so he motivates them to do that.
That is like the infomercial for cavemen.
Yes.
Mhm.
You know, and
Okay.
they cut to like black and white. Don't you hate trying to club a saber tooth with your fists? And it's like black and white. And he's getting them all.
Is
But
pants,
now,
I think.
And the animal's just kind of looking at him like, "What are you doing?"
you get the Ronco Club. The Ronco Club. That's right. Swing away and live another day.
Dog
Run
swing for
over.
4 hours, not get tired once.
I like this.
Help with my
I just saw a guy you guys might be interested in. You can use this if you want and go somewhere with it. But I just saw a guy that could do a Rubik's Cube with in 13 seconds with his feet. And
Person have hands?
he does. Yeah, so we can have. He does. But I was thinking that's a bummer because you want to brag about whatever you can do. You want to make it sound natural. But how, like at a dinner party, can you work the conversation over? Hey, did you think about feet and Rubik's cubes? Well,
I want to show you guys a trick. And Fred's like, no.
since you guys brought it up, I have a little thing I can do with my feet.
He just waits for a quiet spot and says, "Did someone say Rubik's cube?"
What's that? Feet? Rubik's cube?
Funny you should bring that up.
My
Yeah.
first thought was that it's a cover, though, that he's able to pick locks and things with his feet. He's a cat burglar. he goes Rubik's cube.
He can steal cars, but only with his feet. Another thing I was thinking was about, I saw this guy this lady has like a button museum, a button. And I was like, basically, I wondered about this. And again, you need to craft this into a joke, but I was like, at some point you get a button museum, somebody else has a museum of like bicycle wheels or something. I'm like, you're just a hoarder and you just threw up a museum plaque.
Paper museum.
Yeah.
Here's my cat museum.
Yeah.
With 20 cats.
Yeah, exactly. Suddenly it's legitimized.
At what point is your museum a hoarding problem?
Brant, you could go on the show Hoarders and solve all their problems in like minutes.
Right, with a plaque.
Yeah.
That's the good. There you go. That's the funny part.
The plaque. There you go.
Welcome to the Clutter House.
Yeah.
Give tours.
It's the old paper museum.
Yeah, the used razors museum. I like that, Jasmine. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
The used paper plate museum.
Well, I'm not a hoarder. I'm a curator.
It's vintage milk.
Yeah. Yes.
The dead cat museum.
Yeah.
And
So
over
the-
here, you'll see the wrappers from my latest McDonald's trip.
Oh, that would be a pop art.
Yeah.
Fast food culture museum. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
You're
callback.
Andy Warhol, man.
So I have a lot of these, but you guys probably don't want any more. That's fine.
Well, I mean, we're only laughing and having a good time. Why would you want to?
Yeah, we get to stuff. We need to get to some of the stuff that might not work.
Okay.
we need to,
Yeah.
No, I want to hear more. Do you have more? You
Yeah.
have more? That's what we brought you on for. was
More Brant jokes.
more Brant jokes. So
They're
Steve,
screaming for it.
This is for you guys to use, and then you, it's not okay. This is definitely a very half-formed joke, but there's something funny. Maybe some comedians already done something about it, but just like the frustration that would come over like a flight attendant if there is an emergency and the oxygen max drop and people don't know what to do. I just think a blind rage. Like I've been doing this for 26 years. None of you guys watch anything I say. Like, we showed you. Like we did this, we did that. You still don't understand. Like that's not a good joke, but there's something there. I think. You know,
you can say, wouldn't they get frustrated if something actually happened? It was like, I don't know how to undo my seatbelt. You know what? You all deserve to tickle and burn.
Right. You know what's about to happen to us? You deserve it.
It's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Well, you should have paid attention when I was talking earlier before takeoff.
It could be like, what if your mom was the flight attendant?
Yes. And then you're actually at a 45-degree angle headed straight to the ground. And, we told you guys, I don't know how many times.
I'm not repeating myself.
Tommy, do you know the position that will save your life in this instance? No.
It's in the card in front of you. Read it.
Yeah, that would be like if my math teacher, my geometry teacher was the flight attendant.
Mm-hmm. Well, look it up. That's what it is. Well, look it up.
This probably isn't a good joke. Oh, yeah, there's something here. Is there anybody? I was thinking about the Comcast guy. Hey, when can you come? Between 9 in the morning and 9 at night. I'll be there sometime between 9 and 9. Like,
you have to be there.
Is there anybody more scared of commitment than the Comcast guy?
I have to do that. I do that with my bill. I don't pay, and they call and they say, "When can we expect payment?" I say, "Sometime between 9 in the morning and never."
Good. Yeah.
Is there anybody more afraid of
it's like, why can't you know if you're like, but we have an install down the street. We don't know if that'll take 10 minutes or 12 years. Like, well, what? Why?
Right.
Could be a paper house, could be a castle. You know, you got to go through those walls. So it depends. I don't have to
it could be a museum, and we're going to have to wade through all of their.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great point. You would think that the installers would have a vague idea of how quickly they're going to be able to knock that out. It's not like every house is a brand new scenario.
If you're running late, you can call me, but you don't have to give me a 12-hour window. We don't do that. Like, hey, let's get to. I'll pick you up for the movie. I'll be there between 6 and 6.
Yeah,
that's not how we do it.
Just be ready. Yeah, we don't know what we're going to run into. We've got an installation ahead of yours, and it may just be running a wire. We might have to drill a well. We might have to launch a satellite. We don't know what we're gonna run into.
Yeah.
There's a lot of possible scenarios.
So that's something for you guys right there. Oh, seriously, you guys, I saw this. I wrote this down because it came out. A lot of this stuff, like it comes across when I'm doing the radio show prep, and I'm like, somebody ought to do something funny with this because I won't. And it's,
you won't touch it.
Survey what people want to do if they knew the world was ending in 1 hour. 2% said that they would go looting.
If the world is ending in an hour,
I got a Lamborghini.
Right,
so, it's a bucket list, you know. So it's a bucket list.
Right.
I always wanted
I got
to
1 hour left. I go grab a TV.
And then Comcast is going to install it sometime between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Man, that's what I was going to say. And then, like, I'm going to take an hour on Comcast talking to
to get my cable hooked up.
Right. So that's my last hour on the planet.
Waiting for the cable guy.
That's good. I like that.
And then someone's still working in the final hour. You know, I've always wanted to just work at a call center at Comcast.
100% of people are like, I don't want to be at work.
I am swamped right now. Hang on. Can I put you on hold for just a minute?
The installation guy runs up to your door. Let me in. Let me in. looking over his shoulder. Meteors coming.
Gotta get it installed. Let's see what else here. Plants. They said these plants are dying at record. Like there's all these plants going extinct. 600 species a year or something like that. And I don't have a joke for this, except that my experience with plants is that some of them want to die.
Can't they die with dignity?
So how tragic is this? Like
that they're getting what they want.
Yeah, maybe they're getting what they want. And I do think when I've been trying to take care of plants in our little courtyard, and this is my first real foray into this, but I swear, like some of these plants are suicidal as soon as I buy them from Home Depot. It does not matter how I care for them. They've lost their will.
Follow everything on the card.
How do you recognize a suicidal plant?
Here are the 5 signs.
You do everything. Yeah, you do everything that's said, and then. Well, anyway, yeah, that's funnier. What Brian was saying. I'll shut up.
Did you give it love?
Here are the 5 signs, and then is there a hotline? Is there a hotline you can call? Like suicidal plant hotline.
Hotline, suicide.
Yeah.
That's ortho.
Yeah, an operator will be with you between 6 and 6. I'm curious about the how they know that plants are going extinct. I mean, what is it? How do you know? How do you know when a plant species has gone extinct? Do they have the last one in a pot somewhere and it's starting to droop? And they're like, oh no, here goes another.
My geranium died and my grandma's geranium died, so I'm going to set out on a worldwide tour to make sure there aren't any other.
At flower checkers.
And see if there's still a geranium somewhere on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, these ferns, there's not many left.
I'm concerned about this.
You cold calling people, asking them how their ferns are. Hey, how are your succulents? Doing well. We're good. We're good at the Johnson's house.
I'm sorry, but how are your succulents is going to be my standard salutation from now on. Good morning, and how are your succulents?
Mm-hmm.
I just care enough to ask.
I think there's something potentially funny for you guys in like the new scoreboards at fast food places. Like they're intensely bright, huge, like, and they have like rotating images and flashing in, and it'll be like a chicken sandwich, like almost like virtual reality, like coming at you and then coming back, and then this and that, and tipping and prices. And if people still get up to the front of the line, like, you guys have any chicken sandwiches? And again, I don't know where the funny part is there, but there's something amazing to me about all of this blitz of information, and it could not be more obvious. You're like living in like an augmented reality chicken sandwich, and you still get up to the front of the line and act like you have no idea that Chick-fil-A has
sandwich
chicken. Yeah.
The question I'm asking is like, what else would that person miss? I'm trying to think of another scenario where that person would be in that they'd be like.
Which, just by the way, if you're someone who does that and you stand in line for like more than 5 minutes at a restaurant or a fast food place, get off your phone and look at what you're going to order, or else you're going to have a very angry fat man behind you who's going to breathe and sweat on you, and we don't need that in this world.
Yeah. And you're at Godova and you're ordering a Big Mac or something.
Yeah.
We needed you to think more about that before you got up there.
I've never understood that. You stand there, you're just looking at it, and then you get up there. What do I want?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. That is a legitimate thing that I've seen more than once at fast food places, McDonald's or Taco Bell or whatever, where everybody has been to there 1,000 times in their life. And so to go into Taco Bell and actually have to look at the menu just baffles me.
What do they have here?
Yeah.
Do they have tacos?
Can I get you guys have a burrito, I think it's called? Do you have a thing like that?
You have to start questioning whether that person's an actual human being. Like, it's probably an alien from another planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's still learning the culture. It's like I thought that was the chicken sandwich, the 3D one, but apparently you have a much smaller one that I must consume.
Yeah.
It's actually legit.
You want any more of these? Do you want me to shut up?
Well,
I could do it all night.
I think we've broken Brant. Brant has turned into like a hostage situation, like giving a confession. What do you want? Just
What
leave me
more do
alone.
you want from me?
You want more of these? How much more
please, can I
information?
go?
I'm giving you all I have to
Oh,
give.
I don't want to outstay my welcome, basically, is what I'm saying.
I
You-
could do this forever.
You will not outstay your welcome.
I'd like to know why Scrappy Doo suddenly sweep into a show that we think we understand, kind of a coherent universe. It's not totally coherent, but Scooby can't talk. And here comes his nephew who stands upright and speaks with a Brooklyn accent. And we're just supposed to go, oh yeah, sure.
Have we ever explored that Scooby actually might be the disabled one? Maybe he's dealing with some issues. Or is Scrappy like an experiment gone right?
And is there a whole? See, we knew Scooby Doo. We saw that's his name is Scooby Doo. Well, then when they introduced Scrappy Doo, that means literally the last name Doo actually exists. Like there's a family named the Doo family.
Right.
Probably a Doo and
a Shucky Doo.
Yep, Shucky Doo.
The Doo Family Foundation in Brooklyn or whatever, wherever. I always kind of resented that because I was like, I thought Scooby was smart, but then when his nephew shows up, but he's got human verbal capacity, and Scooby, that's all he can do.
He has some though. It could be that he, passed that on, and Scrappy kind of learned. He evolved. They're evolving. That particular breed of Great Dane.
Yeah, stand up and put his front paws on his hips.
Ready? That's all he does.
Nobody even cared that Scooby could say things, though. They could understand it. So give him some credit.
That phenomenon, though, is actually not unique to the Scooby-Doo universe because you have the same thing happening with Pluto and Goofy in Walt Disney.
Oh, don't get.
Oh yeah, you're right. Right, totally.
Yeah, Pluto doesn't speak at all.
Right.
Pluto doesn't speak, but Goofy go. Now Goofy's not smart like Scrappy Doo.
Yeah.
He's capable of articulating his simplistic thoughts.
You're dancing around the real issue.
What is that?
Well, is that Goofy is Mickey's friend and Pluto is his pet, and they're the same species. And that's not okay, in my opinion.
Well, I thought you were going to say that friendship changes us in good ways.
Oh, well, I think it's good lesson actually that friendship changes us.
Yeah.
So,
Since he
then it does beg the question: why isn't Mickey better friends with Pluto? What is it that he's got against Pluto that doesn't?
that he puts him on a leash and he hangs
Right.
out with the other dog and makes friends with him. Okay.
Right.
there's
He can't speak English as well. I would like to see Goofy go into Scooby Doo's world. Be like, oh, gang, let's go look for some clues. Oh.
Him and Scooby solving crime. Goofy and Scooby, private investigators.
Oh, gosh.
I think Brian, with an invitation like that, I think you could put Goofy in anything, like Gladiator or anything.
This is Sparta. Oh, that's 300. Sorry.
Say, are you not entertained?
Brant did a great one. Go ahead, Brant. That was perfect.
Are you not entertained? What?
That was just like Goofy. I mean, if you close your eyes.
It sounds like, yeah. Take a look on this part.
Are you not entertained? Oh.
Somebody's got Iron-Man.
I like Brant's solemn proclamation. You're dancing around the real issue. Like we all recognize what it was, but none of us had the guts to say it.
I'll just come out and say it. That's who I am.
Just say it.
Yeah,
All right. Do you have any more?
I do, but
That's, I mean, I don't want to keep I don't want to beleaguer you.
well, did I
With-
Marie Kondo, that organizer lady? You guys, some of this is, think about this. Her whole thing was, does this give you joy? Oh, get rid of it. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this toilet paper holder. Get rid of that. Or like, does this toilet paper holder give you joy? No, it doesn't really. Like, so you get rid of it. Now, guess what she's doing? She's selling household items.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding, including a $200 toilet paper holder. She was making room for her stuff in our house.
For the long play. Get the long plan going.
She's a genius. Now we don't have anything to hold the toilet paper, and she's like, "Well, this is $200, but it'll hold your toilet paper." Like, well, thanks.
Well, money sparks joy. Apparently, the money sparks joy for her.
Yeah, it brings her a lot of joy.
It does.
That's a fully formed one, in my opinion.
I don't know if it would be possible to ever feel joy for a toilet paper holder that I paid $200 for.
Well, or any toilet paper holder, so it's all rigged. Like, she's like, "Does this bring you joy?" No, it's just a Monday. Throw it out, okay?
Throw it out into my van.
She was making room for stuff in our house. It's a joke, and so we did finish that. You're right. Yeah.
That's good, yeah. And she would hold up things that nobody would ever feel joy about, like toilet paper holders or,
right.
lug wrenches.
Furlough pad sparks joy.
Pencil sharpeners.
This reclaimed barn wood isn't bringing you joy, is it? I'll just put it into my van. I'll take it for you.
Are these ingots bringing you joy? Because ginger ale, nobody likes it except when we're on a plane, and then we love it. It's like sky juice.
Sky juice.
What I was thinking was, on the space station, do they really want ginger ale really bad? Because the higher up you are,
It's champagne for Baptists, that's for sure.
yeah,
We feel fancy when we drink it. We clink our little plastic glasses together. And,
very nice.
honey, we're traveling over the skies.
But soon so to me, there's something with ginger ale, because like if we're on the ground, we hate it. And as soon as we're up in the air, like, hey, I want ginger ale. Why?
And cran apple juice. We drink that when we're in planes too.
And really hard to eat cookies. Give me the concrete cookies, please, and the Baptist champagne.
So like, this is really good. I love this. As soon as you touch down, like, oh, I think there's something there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
The food that we eat in the air is different than what we eat on the ground. It's a whole different palate.
It is. It is, John.
This is the kind of stuff that you observe all the time. You actually write this stuff down, don't
I
you,
do,
Brent?
because it's always coming across. Like when I'm trying to write the show, I do the show every day. I have to come up with 20 things to say, so I have to read the news and stuff. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. So I write it down and put it in a file. It's put on. You can just see. I don't know if you can see my file. I just run. Like,
That's a good catch on the Mary Kondo thing. That's you've unveiled.
Yeah.
That's some investigative journalism right there.
Yeah.
part of
We
it.
talked about on Brant's show last year or a year before, we talked about the closet organizers. Remember that on your show?
Did we? I don't remember.
Yeah, we talked about people because we did a comedy workshop on your show, and
Yeah.
you were talking about people who closet space organizers, and you were talking about people who organize their closets, and we decided that it's something that if they have their lives so together that they can dedicate themselves to fixing other people's closets, there's something kind of presumptuous about that. You know, it's like, well, I've got it all figured out, so now I'm going to go and organize
Right,
other people's closets.
I gave an idea to people, like an organizational tip, because I'm very disorganized, but I try to give tips anyway, like I know what I'm talking about. But one of them was for your closet. It's what I call it, the time capsule organization system. So you go to your dirty closet's jammed with stuff, take the doors off, cover it over with drywall, tape it, clean over, and then put a plaque in front of it that says "Time Capsule. Do not open until 2080" or something like that. And now it's like, it's an organized. It's just a wall, but behind it, somebody will see it later and find some cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you just gave that idea away.
It's constant on the show, John. I don't hog ideas. It's just what I'm doing here. It's just constantly giving it to people. Just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving.
I'm gonna do that with my garage.
Yeah, do it. Time.
Yeah. Garage.
If you do it with your kid's bedroom, should you let your kids out of the room first, or should you just go ahead and seal them up in the time capsule like an Egyptian pharaoh?
Then you have to put a curse on it if anybody finds it. These Legos are cursed if you find. Yeah.
All right. That's our show tonight, you guys. We didn't do very many of the things that I had planned, but I will say honestly, I did not expect us to do any of the things that I planned tonight. The only reason I even put an outline together was because I thought there was an outside chance that my internet would crash, and so I wouldn't be on the show. But I knew that once Brant came on, we would have no shortage of things to talk about, and it would be fun, and so that's how it worked out. All right, so we're going to. What's that?
Thank you for letting me be on. I will take Brian's goofy impression with me in my heart as I go forward.
Oh gosh, you're really kind.
Brant, it's always great when you're on, and we will have you come back again. We're time for the snappy wrap up, and this time it is going to be snappy, you guys. Gary Varvel's been taking notes. Hey. Gary Varvel is taking notes tonight. That is high praise. He's going to draw pictures about it, and he's going to take all the credit for being hilarious. But if you are not a member of the show, if you are not a member at johnbrandy.com, please go do so. The game night is coming up next week, and we're going to go online at boardgamearena.com, and we're going to play board games, and it's going to be more fun than I'm able to articulate, so you'll just have to experience it. johnbrandy.com, become a member. ComedyBrian.com for all of your Comedy Brian needs and most of your Comedy Brian wants, including double-fingered points. And how do we get in touch with Brant Hansen? What do you want us? Where do people find you?
You can listen to my podcast. I do that almost every day. It's called the Brant and Sherry Oddcast. Mm-hmm. So it's goofy and fun. And hopefully thoughtful too. But you can skip the thoughtful parts if you want.
It's a fast forward.
Yeah.
You can't really though, because you slide the thoughtful stuff in when people aren't expecting it. So people tune in because it's hilarious and fun, and then without warning, you throw some meaningful, thoughtful thing in.
Right. Yeah.
It's tricky.
Thank you.
So, and Joan DeVivo with Casting Crowns is stage left shredder for Casting Crowns is still kind of on hiatus. Is that right?
March, we're looking forward to getting on the road, but we're going to do West Coast things. We're going to do parking lot tours. You heard of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, when you guys saw us in Indiana, it's kind of going to be like that because we were doing it in drive-ins, but now we're going to do it in parking lots because it's a lot better.
We did it when we did it in Indiana. We literally stood, as Mark Hall pointed out, we stood outside the event center in Fort Wayne in the parking lot. So we're standing in front of a perfectly good building in the parking lot doing music. It was surreal. It was fun. But that's our
same
new
music. If you enjoy it, we'll play it.
Same music. And all right, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We are very grateful that that Brant came to be with us tonight, graced us with his presence. It was super fun, Brant. It's always fun to horse around with you. Brian, Joanne, thanks again. Thanks to all of you for playing at home. We will see you next week on Starving Comics right here.